and you make sure you have your center front notch on the top, and then you have an internal marking right there. Those are really important because if you don't have them, you got to go back and put them back on. Okay. All right. Then you fold your fly guard in half lengthwise, and you're going to serge the raw edge length and one loop. Okay. And so if you do that, then you're going to also serge your piece here. And what it is you. Okay, so when we do this, we want to leave at least about inch or inch and a half opening here so that inseams can be sewn later on. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. So, and then we're going to sew. The internal marking needs to be there so that you know where to stop. Okay. So 5/8 inch seam allowance. Oh, wait a moment, when you look at some seam. So you can follow the 5/8 on the seam, but when you reach the facing in one, you have to aim for the internal marking. Did I get it? So you can see that I left that inseam area left open. Okay, all right. Because you shouldn't be sewing your seams, you know, like halfway. Okay, I'm going to be marking this since it's a sample. And if it's a real garment, you would chalk it in, okay? All right, what happened? Oh, here it is. I'm looking for my stuff. Okay, I'm going to show where the center front line is. Okay, so on my sample here, you can see the blue line as center front line. And they're always together, okay? So we're going to mark it so that we don't lose it. The center front line is from the notch on the top to the internal line. And do this after you sew the bottom part. So you have it exactly on each other. Okay, and they're all working together. If you were to sew it before, you might be a hair off. Okay, so this is my center front line. Okay, and then we do the other side. And everything works from that. Okay. And I really want to see those notches. You know, if I don't see any notches on your sample, I'm going to mark you off because I don't know how anybody could work without notches. And now we're going to figure out which way you want the lap to be. Okay, left over right is men's way, and if you go the other way, right over left is ladies' way. Okay, and if you do left over right for ladies' way, it's just as good. You're not making mistakes, but never do a right over left for man's garment. Okay, all right. Okay, so we're gonna do left over right just because it fits men and women. Okay, so we'll put left over right. Therefore, the right side is going to be the underlap side. Familiar sounding underlap. Okay, this will have a 1/4 inch underlap. Remember when we did the skirt, we did a 1/8 underlap. So using the facing, and you know when you did the skirt, it was using the seam allowance. You're going to slide out 1/4 beyond the center front, okay? Or you know, whatever. The skirt was center back or side seam, but so now I'm folding 1/4 as an underlap. Okay, so this is underlap sticking out. Okay, on the right side, so the left side would line up with the line. Okay, like this. Okay, then we're going to set our zipper now. So we're going to be placing the 1/4 underlap alongside the zipper teeth like this. Okay, and remember now that the ears of that zipper was made for 5/8. So don't push it higher or lower. Okay, and I want you to understand that you put it exactly on, you know, matching on the top, you'll be correct all the time. Okay, so don't make it up unless you have another problem you have to solve. Okay, and we're going to use the zipper clip to sew this down. You stress so much that everything in this class is so basic that you shouldn't be creative and do things, you know, all the answers are on the board. So if you got your muslins back, look to see what my comments were or what I took off, because if you get everything that I have on that sheet, okay, so sew your 1/4 underlap alongside the zipper teeth. So this fly zipper almost has the same characteristics as a lap zipper. Okay, and you can just go all the way down the zipper with this. Now I modified this, I should have told you before this, I modified the way to sew this fly zipper. This is why people avoid it, because it's a little bit hard if you do the conventional way, but someday, I think when you, okay, once you have sewn the underlap down, and that's 1/4 now, and just see the difference that your skirt one was 1/8. Okay, make sure, you know, that you have that. Okay, we're going to pin the center front close. Start from the bottom so you don't have it gapping. Okay, and so that there won't be any kind of, you know, a little hole or something like that. And pin the center front. So you put center front line on center front line, those two lines that you made, and sew it and pin it from the bottom up. Okay, so they kind of match. Okay, you stop for that. Okay, and see the two notches also are on each other. Okay, so center front on center front. Okay, once it's pinned, you turn it around and you pick up the side that's not sewn to the facing, and then you just kind of lay it like this. And now you're going to sew only facing and the other side of the what you call zipper. Okay, alrighty. Okay, let me just make sure that this zipper is in the right place. Now you want to sew at the edge, like an edge stitch, 1/16, 1/8, around there, alongside the tape. The reason I've done it, you know, that's why I have to show you that. Okay. You know, this zipper feed is always a hard thing to start. Yeah. So I do struggle with it. I want to make sure it all lines up. Okay. Okay, so now that's the first step. I said there's 2 steps that you got to do. Okay, so you sew the other side of the zipper tape to the facing, only the facing. Okay, so now it's stuck on both sides. Okay, the second one is we're going to be putting on that top stitching that you see on, and that's where the template comes in. Okay.